Hi Aries, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your bonus reading. So congratulations on being the most viewed videos for last week. Let's get into your bonus. So as always, this is a collective reading, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this, you're not going to find it in your other placements because you're the only ones with a bonus read. But there are other reads available, so feel free to check out the other reads in your other placements or even other Aries reads. And you may find something in there that resonates for you. So let's get into this. We're going to do a past, present, future spread. See what's going on for you. Spirit, can we get some cards for Aries, please? Past, present, and future. That is a lot of cards all at once. I'm going to put them back, and if any of them come back out, then I know that they were supposed to be for this read. Interesting. Okay. So overall, we have a magician, which is very much suggesting to me that you are in the energy of trying to create something, make things happen, very much manifesting or trying to make sure that things are working and going the way that you want them to. You're probably doing a lot of stuff to try and get what you need as well. Now, in your distant past, I've got an Ace of Wands in the reverse. So it is suggesting to me like you got really tired and fed up of something in the past. You were lacking inspiration, things felt really, you were really tired, you know, completely drained of any energy. And you might have been really stuck as well, like no movement going forward. I've got a Nine of Swords here to clarify. So very much feeling or something that was making you feel a little bit depressed. Potentially you were stressed, losing sleep, very anxious. It could very much have, I mean, let's face it, losing sleep is going to make you tired. Stress and anxiety will also impact on that as well. I've got a Ten of Cups in the reverse, so there may have been some falling out, something to do with family. Not just family, it can be your friends as well. Definitely some unhappiness there, some sort of falling out, possibly with somebody that you're classing as a Queen of Pentacles. Now that is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. It doesn't have to be a Queen of Pentacles. It could have been that you may have lost, some money. You may have also lost home as well. The Queen of Pentacles is very much all about the home. So it does suggest that certain things may have happened in the past that have made you feel a serious lack of anything. Maybe the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse can be somebody that's quite spiteful. If it is a person, you may have had to deal with somebody that's very spiteful in your family or friend circle. Or someone could have just turned very spiteful and it's caused a lot of anxiousness, anxiety, sleepless nights. You've been thinking about, or you were thinking about it a hell of a lot. In your recent past, we've got a world in the reverse, so it's possible that you still haven't closed whatever this is out. It does look as though you are at the end of a cycle. I've still got an end of a cycle here too in your near future. It does suggest to me that with the world in the reverse, it's been lingering on. It is very stuck energy. It's still not moving forward. Let's get some clarity on that world in the reverse. Yeah. I've got a wheel that's just come out to the side. So very, very stuck energy. It does feel like it is turning. There's Seven of Wands as well that come out to the side. So it looks like you're fed up. You're on the move to stop standing up for yourself and let things go. You do very much want happiness. There is happiness on the horizon, and you're trying to find your way to it. But it feels like you still have, or in the past, you still haven't quite reached it, but you knew, it very much feels like you knew what was going to make you happy, but you just needed to let go of defensiveness, let go of the competition, the arguments, whatever it was, and do what made you happy. Now, in the current, we've got two of cups in the reverse, suggesting that you're still at odds with someone. Potentially an unhappy partnership. It could be to do with whatever this is in the distant past. It could just be that you're in a repeat cycle. Um, and maybe it could be somebody completely different, but you might be experiencing the same sort of things. But it looks like you really want to have something new. You want something different. You want something to change or work out differently. So you've either fallen out with somebody recently, maybe you're in separation, or you're just having a lot of arguments in a particular relationship. Doesn't have to have been a romantic one, could be a friend or a family member again. I feel it's whoever this is, or it's somebody with the same energy as them. I've got a death card here. So it's definitely something that's coming to an end, something that you need to release so that you can transform into something new. I feel like it's whatever is this from the distant or from your near past. It is still dragging through forward. I've got a nine of wands suggesting that you need to bring down your boundaries in order to move forward. And I have got a ten of pentacles in the reverse. So again, it's talking about a loss of potential home, a loss of stability. It does feel like it's very much the same as what's already happened in the distant past. So it looks like you're in a repeat cycle, whether it's with the same person or whether it's with someone new. I'm not sure. Your divine timing here in the near past is showing that it's, you weren't quite ready to exit it. There were still things that you were learning. And I feel like you are still in that cycle. You've not quite released it just yet. In your near future, I've got a 10 of wands. So it does look like you are about ready to drop it. This burden is getting too heavy for you. There's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. There is a heavy, heavy burden. And it's something that has potentially been draining you as well. Let's get some clarity on this Ten of Wands. I mean, it will be draining you. And look, we've got that world in the reverse again. So it's still looking as though you've not quite finished whatever this chapter is. I've got a Six of Wands in the reverse and a King of Wands in the reverse. I feel like this could be with somebody different, but I feel like it's still the same kind of energy. And it feels like it's a lot to do with knowing your worth. Somebody here, this King of Wands is, they lack their own self-worth. And what they do because they lack their own self-worth is they project it onto other people and they make you feel unworthy. They want you to do everything for them to make them feel good. They're quite a nasty piece of work, that King of Wands in the reverse. And then I've got a Six of Wands in the reverse, which is very much about you not feeling success, you not being recognized for your worth. And I feel like that is very much the burden that you need to put down. The Magician is all about knowing your worth here. It's all about knowing what it is that you want and going towards it. And I feel very much like part of the lesson that you're learning is about knowing when somebody is not being in their integrity, knowing when somebody is potentially lying, and finding your own worth. In the distant future, we do have a Page of Wands and I have got a Tower. So something is going to change in the distant future. How distant that is, I'm not sure. We'll pull some Moonology cards actually to see if we can get a rough timeline on that. But I'm seeing potentially somebody new coming in towards you. It could just be that you might be going on a bit of a journey. Maybe you do a bit of a move. Um, but whatever it is, it is going to be rocking your foundations down. Now, it is going to be very slow as well, which is weird because the pages, sorry, the ones are normally quite fast moving, but this is a slow transition, a slow change. So it's very much like you're avoiding disaster, but something is very much going to change. Now, it could be that you're getting an apology coming towards you. It could be some communication of some sort of passion. Um, with that page of wands, it's a very fun energy. It could be that somebody's coming to show you what you're worth and have some fun. And you're realizing that, how did you not see this before? Let's get clarity on this. No, that's not the clarity I want. That's the moonology. I want these ones for clarity. Moonology, I want timelines, timescales for your future. Okay, let's get clarity of this page of wands and the tower, please, spirit. Just chuck a load on cards on the floor. Sorry. Okie dokie. Oh, interesting. So I've got a Queen of Swords in the reverse here. I've also got a King of Swords in the upright. And I've got an Eight of Swords in the reverse. It feels like there's been a lot of overthinking here. And you can't see any of these cards. Very rude of me placing them all the way down at the bottom where you can't see them. There we go. Yeah, so the Queen of Swords is suggesting that you might not be cutting everybody out. There could be certain people around you that may lie a little bit, but you're not ready to cut them out just yet. That could be very much why it's a slow release. It could be that you might not be able to cut them out, and they could be somebody that may have manipulated you in the past. You may not be able to, because weirdly enough, this Page of Wands could even be a child. And it could be that you're having to relook at things because of a child. This Queen of Swords is very much somebody that she's not the best with communication either. You know, people will lie to her. She'll very much not necessarily see it, and she doesn't really stand up for herself very much when she's in the reverse. Now, she can also be really harsh and nasty with her words. So it's one or the other, but I feel like it's more that you're not able to pick someone out. I do have a King of Swords here, though, so it does feel like your emotions are being kept close to your chest. It does feel like you're not really taking any crap and you're being very calculated about things. You're very much keeping your cards close to your chest. I've already said that, haven't I? It does feel like you're trying to keep your emotions out of things and you're very much going to be using your analytical brain to kind of look at how you want to do things, very much trying to follow your head instead of your heart here. I do have an Eight of Swords as well. So any torture that you've been putting on yourself, you know, that constant overthinking that's been keeping you stuck, you are going to be moving forward from it. So, I mean, this Queen of Swords could even be you lying to yourself about something. You know, it could be that you've been lying to yourself about something in the past, and then all of a sudden, that King of Swords there with his Ace of Swords, he's finally finding it out. You know, it could very well be you finding out about something from the past. Maybe you've been lying to yourself about certain things, and it gives you that clarity that you need in order to move forward. And that's very much what this tower is showing me here. Right, let's get you some moonology then on this near future and distant future to see if we've got any rough ideas of timelines on when they could be. Beautiful. So nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. So, things could still change. I suppose it depends on you learning your lesson because you're in a cycle. So, until you've learnt the lesson, you could just keep repeating that cycle. So, I hope for your sake that you do so that you can move forward and out of it. We've got a fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries. I'm going to get one more. What do you need to release waning moon? Now, the waning moon isn't going to be too far off because we've just had a full moon. So that to me feels like it could be, I mean, the mutable moon as well. They could be both. And it could be that this full moon in Aries is your distant future kind of timing. Mm. And it doesn't feel like they're too, yeah, it doesn't feel like they're too different. So somewhere between a mutable moon and a waning moon in the next month or so, um, for this near future potentially. And then a full moon there is possibly for your distant future. I mean, it could be, let's face it, it could be a mutable moon or a waning moon in any month for your distant future too, because, yeah, they don't really normally say. Well, they don't say what month, so could be any. Right, that is what I've got for your bonus read Aries. I hope you found that useful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so it helps pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you do want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you press that subscription button and press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. For those of you that have subscribed already, thank you very much for your subscription. It is much appreciated. Your support helps pass those messages on to other people, and it obviously helps the channel grow as well. So, a massive thank you to all of you that have subscribed. Right, thank you very much for joining me, and